The state of Kuwait is marking the World Children's Day by supporting young people across the globe and helping them reimagine a better future.
Thank you. World Children's Day promotes the rights of children around the world and lends a platform to the million who continue to be affected by poverty, violence, conflict and crisis. Yusuf Salim has the details.
The World's Children's Day comes today on November 20th as children, young people and friends of Unicef are getting ready to reimagine a better future for every child. The World's Children's Day is a UNICEF's annual day of action for children and by children. But this year the COVID-19 crisis has resulted in a child rights crisis, and the costs of the pandemic for children are immediate and, if unaddressed, may last a lifetime. Marking the occasion, children will take over high visibility roles in media, politics, business, sport and entertainment, which is normally held by adults, to shine a spotlight on issues that matter to them. Meanwhile, landmark buildings around the world will light up with the color blue on the day to show the support for child rights. In this day, the UNICEF and partners calls on governments to adopt a 6-point plan to protect the children, including means to ensure that all children learn, guarantee access to health and nutrition services, and make vaccines affordable and available to every child, support and protect the mental health of children and young people, and bring an end to abuse, gender-based violence, and neglect in childhood. The organization also calls for increasing access to clean water, sanitation and hygiene, and address environmental degradation and climate change, reversing the rise in child poverty and ensure an inclusive recovery for all, and redouble efforts to protect and support children and their families living through conflict, disaster and displacement. As the humanitarian crisis deepens in several countries and with no end in sight, the state of Kuwait has been one of the largest donors to the UNICEF's work in the region with an aim of helping children live in good conditions. Kuwait has contributed millions of dollars to provide life-saving assistance to children that are impacted by the multiple conflicts, including in Iraq, Syria, and Yemen.
A day to reimagine a better future for every child is this year's slogan for World Children's Day. UNICEF representative for the Gulf countries, Mr. Al-Tayyib Adam, is with us to help feed us with the latest information for this day today. Good evening, Mr. Al-Tayyib Adam. Can you please update us with the latest efforts exerted by the UNICEF to help prepare for this day?
Good evening, and thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yes. First of all, it gives me a pleasure to share a few words to mark an important occasion, the World Children's Day. All around the world on this day, families, schools, communities, governments, civil society, businesses, and so many others pause to reflect on the progress we have made for children and the urgent actions that remains ahead. More importantly, as you just noted, it is a day of action for children and by children.
Mr. Al-Tayyib Adam, another question also, if you don't mind me asking, amid the spread of the coronavirus pandemic, how does COVID-19 affect children across the world?
Well, indeed, the world faces an unprecedented crisis. The ongoing COVID-19 is universal and risk affecting children more than any of us. Children have dealt with school closures, losing their connection to peers and their time in the classroom. They have also endured extended lockdowns. They have grappled with issues of mental health and well-being during this period of uncertainty. And they have dealt with interruptions in health services in many parts of the world. However, as the world recovers, this is an important opportunity to use the lessons we have learned to do better. If we listen, children can tell us how. UNICEF encouraging the world to reimagine what a post-COVID-19 world can look like. A healthier, more equitable, more sustainable world for every child. Ensuring children learn and gain skills in education system that ready them for the future of work. By giving importance to climate change, a consistent request by children to decision makers all around the world.
Mr. Al-Tayyib
And the
Adam.
impact of COVID-19 on children informs every government commitment to build
Also,
back
Mr.
better.
Al-Tayyib Adam, what do you suggest for UNICEF partners and governments to do, and how can they help in order to further save children and their rights?
Well, I think much has already been done on protecting children's rights since its adoption on 20 November 1989. However, there is more to be done. I called on governments and partners to listen to children, to allow children to participate in decisions affecting their lives. I call also on all government and partners to continue efforts on protecting children's rights by investing in education, by investing in skills for children, by strengthening further the protection system, the health system, but also allowing children actually to have access to basic needs such as water, such as nutrition, as I was saying, as well as, of course, to allow children to participate in decisions that affect their lives.
Well, thank you, Mr. Al-Tayyib Adam, for joining us today, especially on this day. I'm sure you're very busy with all the work you're doing. That was Mr. Al-Tayyib Adam, UNICEF representative for the Gulf countries. Thank you very much.